Hi, this is Alyssa Miller here at Telecom One-on-One in Miami, Jamie Scotto and Associates event, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Jamie Martino, the CEO of TelecomMarketplace.net. TelecomMarketplace.net. I haven't heard of TelecomMarketplace.net a lot. I've heard of it a little bit. Can you tell our audience here what TelecomMarketplace.net is?
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having us here at this great event. It's just wonderful to be here, and we've met so many wonderful people. TelecomMarketplace.net, for the most part, the reason it's been a little bit under the radar is it's a specialty business consulting firm, and we deal predominantly with VP and above level personnel at carriers and cable operators. And what we do is we help to keep those folks informed about new technologies, services, and business partnerships opportunities that are available in the marketplace. So we keep our ear to the street. We tend to create a good group of clientele in the solutions space who have some sort of opportunity for the carriers and for the cable operators, and then we help to bring partnerships together. So, for example, we represent Plum Choice in the premium tech support space. They're one of the largest players in that space. We represent folks in the third-party optics space, which helps our carriers to reduce capital expenditures, and we also represent folks in the energy space and the green energy space as well. So anything we can do to help our executive friends in the carrier and cable space to save money, improve their financial performance, that's what we're into at Telecom Marketplace.
Wow. So basically, you have your own marketplace. You have companies that require services, and you have companies that offer services, and you bring those two together. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Many of us spent time as executives within the carrier space, and we know some of the things that we were looking for at that time. So we help our friends in that area to be able to find great opportunities and to put partnerships together that allow them to offer new services to the marketplace or reduce their costs or increase their revenues. And they're very happy to see us. So we're in and out of the C-suite and all the major players every month, every day. So if you've got a great solution out there and you want to get to those high-level executives in that space, we're someone you can come to, and we're able to present that properly to them.
Okay, but you're not just doing TelecomMarketplace.net. I know you have an announcement today, TelcoSource.net. I'm dying to know more about TelcoSource.net. Please share.
Yeah, we're excited about this. Again, along the lines of helping folks to save money and to improve their services, we spent the last 2 years developing a e-procurement platform that's specifically for the telecom and IT services space. So we looked at the marketplace, and what we saw was that e-procurement was becoming extremely large part of the business community. More online buying was taking place. More corporations were turning to e-procurement systems. But when we looked at the marketplace, we saw folks like Ariba out there who had large type of platforms, very expensive to use, but we're focused pretty much on delivering widgets that you purchased, they shipped, and you received them. In the telecom services space, where you have contracts that go over a long period of time, you're putting together broadband with equipment and services and maintenance, it didn't fit well into that type of system. So we built a system specifically for telecom services, and it works a little bit like a TurboTax. It allows any buyer to go through, ask them the right questions, and helps them to build their scope of requirements. After they build their scope of requirements, they're able to take that and distribute it to their vendors, as well as we suggest to them additional vendors who can provide that service in that geography that they're looking for. That allows them to double up the number of players who can participate in their events. It allows them to distribute their RFP. It allows them to create a dynamic, competitive environment where suppliers bid against each other. They see where they stand in the bidding. They can improve their bidding during that time period. And the result is that the buyers tend to save time in putting together their RFPs and doing their procurement. And most importantly, they save money. We just recently did an event for a municipality. Not only did they come out with a much more robust network at the end of the day, but they save 50% on their telecom services. And in today's situation with taxes being a real sensitive issue among many governments, here was an opportunity. They were able to cut expenses, improve the services to their community, and at the same time they didn't have to deal with headcount reductions or any of the other more difficult things.
Wow. So tell me how it works, right? So I'm buying, I'm a buyer, I'm a procurement manager, right? It could be an office manager, I guess, or, an IT director of a company, and I've got, a requirement, and I need equipment, I need lines, I need phone, I need data. So I go in, and is there a question format, right? And I go in and I identify what it is. Then what happens? How does my query then result in a solution that could fit my needs?
Sure. Well, first off, let me give you a great resource. If you go to www.telcosource.net, you're going to find a video there. It takes 2.5 minutes to watch the video, and it's going to show you a demonstration of someone actually building a scope of requirements, inviting suppliers to it, and running an actual event. And that whole video can be watched in 2 minutes. That's how easy it is to use this system. This system is designed to make it easy so that anybody from even an office manager up to somebody who's, let's say, who is the off-net procurement manager for a major carrier can utilize this system. And it can handle things as simple as a T1 service to something more complex. If you wanted to, say, do a major RFP for a 300-node network for the state of Georgia, you could do that through this system because it provides you with the right type of questions, the right type of input, so you can get all your scope of information in there. And to the extent that our system has not picked up the information you need, we have a great feature. It's an upload feature. It allows you to upload documentation into the system. You can upload diagrams. You can upload maps. You can upload lists, location lists. You can upload contracts. You can upload a full RFP with all kinds of technical information, and then use the platform to distribute that to not only the suppliers you typically deal with, but we're going to give you suggestions on other suppliers who provide that service, and you can add them to your network. Best part about it is it's free to use from any buyer. So any buyer can use the system free to use. You want to go talk to Ariba, they're going to give you a 6 to 7 figure price tag to build you a generic system that's not going to do what our system's going to do. Meanwhile, on our system, we're going to give it to you for free. This is really going to empower people. It's going to empower telecom buyers to be much more effective and to save time, to deal with more vendors more effectively. And at the end, they're going to have a full audit trail of exactly what happened and what happened in that transaction. They can print it out. They can put it in their procurement file. And if anybody ever comes back and asks a question about that event, they can go back and show them exactly what happened.
Okay, so you're telling me and our viewers here that I can either give you an extremely complex global RFP solution that you can quantify for me, or I can give you a simple, I just need a couple of T1s plugged in here, there, and anywhere. But it's free? How does that work?
Yeah, well, we're kind of democratizing the process, somewhat to speak. What we felt is, listen, we want this to be a viral platform. We believe really wholeheartedly that it's a more efficient way to do business. So we said, we're going to bring this free to buyers. Any buyer can utilize the system. We provide them with free credits, and every time they use the system, they get more free credits when they're successful in sourcing something through the platform. On the supply side, we also let any supplier come in, register. So they're a bona fide qualified supplier. They can participate in the system. We can put their corporate name there so that buyers can find them and send them invitations. Again, participate for free. Crazy, I know. When a transaction takes place from the system and revenue changes hands, we do collect a fee. We collect a small fee from the supplier. And it's typically below market from what they typically have agency programs today anyhow. But unlike an agency program that could be very expensive, ours is a lot more modest in scope. So not only do buyers save time and money, but the suppliers save time and money. And we believe that's a formula for a real viral system.
So this is so cool. So I can go in for free and I can give you an RFP. A provider can go in a sense, for free and post and offer their services. And should there be a sale or transaction that occurs, the provider then gives you a small fee, kind of like another alternate channel, sales channel, if you will. So it's basically free for them. This is great. I mean, this is a great solution. So what else do you want our viewers to know about this? I mean, telcosource.net, clearly. Go to telcosource.net. What am I missing?
Well, I just say, listen, this is a game changer. So if you're out there, if you're a procurement manager, you've been trying to get IT budget to build a procurement system, you don't have to go struggle with that anymore. We've got it for you. You can go ahead and use it tomorrow. We also want to let agents, VARs, and partners out there know that we want to talk to them, because we believe that they can add TelcoSource to their toolkit. And when they go out and meet with their clients, they can provide their clients with something that's a real differentiator and say, here's a system you can use, utilize this system, let's run your procurement through that. They can get consulting fees in terms of helping people design their requirements and look at different choices. And also, it immediately becomes clear to any buyer when they see the system that this is something that's going to save money, because it shows that, when you have a dynamic, competitive environment with people competing back and forth, everybody's been to an auction, everybody's been on eBay, it works. There's nothing like human nature to get people to go for it. So we think it's a great way to go forward, and quite frankly, this is the way the market should work.
So a tool for VARs or agents or resellers, they can go in for free as a buyer to price out and quantify, solutions for their customers. A traditional buyer can go in, and sellers. I mean, this is a true telecom marketplace.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the agents and the VARs, we encourage them to do is to help sign up buyers to utilize the system. Once they have a buyer sign up for the system, we then tag their corporate name to that buyer, and they receive a commission on every transaction that takes place with that buyer. So it becomes a repetitive thing. We have a forecasting model on our site, telecommarketplace.net/agents. If you go on there, there's a spreadsheet you can download. And what that says, if a agent or VAR does 10 demos a month, brings in 3 users a month, that user runs 2 events a month. Okay, in 36 months, they're going to earn over $1 million in commission, and they're going to have a $78,000 monthly recurring commission at the end of 36 months. That's powerful, right? This is kind of back to, instead of just selling a man a fish, selling the fishing pole, so to speak.
Well, I'm going to go try it. No matter how small or large, I'm happy to refer it. So folks, check it out, telcosource.net. This is Jamie Martino. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you, Alyssa.